Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the second match of this City Stage Championships. And yeah, it's been quite a long time since I've been able to do these, but hopefully we'll get it being more regularly. Today we're here with the match of Ionia, consisting of Varus, Akali, and Lee Sin, who's just run away, and the Shadow Isles, Mordekaiser, Yorick, and Thresh, Team Ghost. This time we're doing it a little bit differently. We're having a 3v3 on the Twisted Tree Lines, a home ground here for the Shadow Isle squad. Got Thresh and Lee Sin heading out quite early here. We'll take a quick look at the item. Altars to control here, and fewer jungle creeps, no major buffs. Instead, this shrine in the middle that will give you health and mana. I think, yeah, health and mana. But yes, Varus still having not moved. This is not good at all. Ionia had a bit of a disadvantage here, not the fact that they're actually fighting 3 versus 5. The Shadow Isles team moving in here, they're going to see Akali here. Will she react? Yep, she moves out just in time. They're going to follow on to her. No, Thresh hook comes out and she gets out clean. Varus now, there we go. Varus support Vamp Scepter and is moving down to lane. How are these lanes going to match up then? It doesn't appear anyone's taken Smite. We've got Ignites on everyone but Thresh. And yeah, we're going to have Lee Sin down the bottom here taking on Thresh and Yorick, and up the top here Akali and Mordekaiser, and Varus has joined Lee Sin down the bottom. So Yorick gonna be an asshole and throw our ghosts constantly here, but Varus able to poke back here. They've got quite a lot of damage on this Ionian team, but they've got more tankiness and a little bit more control on the Shadow Isles team. We'll have to see how this fans out. Varus already backing off quite a bit, don't know why. Early CS leads going in favour of Shadow Isles here. Thresh picking up 9, Yorick 0, going to be a Yorick support. There we go, the ult's in 30 seconds. It's looking good for Shadow Isles here. Pushing up that lane means they're going to be able to contest the Ionian side. Thresh there putting good damage onto Varus. Level advantage there being in favour of Shadow Isles as well. And up the top, what have we got going on? Mordekaiser just pushing against Akali. Akali only 1 CS down there, so that's not too bad. Varus throwing out the Q still. He's still a level down here. There you go, the altars. Is anyone going to make a move for them yet? It doesn't look like it. It looks like Shadow Isles still just want to push their advantage. Oh, here goes Mordekaiser. Akali in tow though. Knows that he's hidden in that bush hopefully and not done anything. Oh, Mordekaiser with the shield going in. He uses Ignite early. Akali goes back and turns around Mordekaiser. Both Ignites used. There, Mordekaiser kiting back there. Akali without her engage and a level down actually. Probably shouldn't be pursuing this. And we've got the Shadow Isles champions coming up here. This is terrible news for Akali. Oh, she flashes out. Follow-up flash from Mordekaiser there. They're chasing her down. Could this be the first blood? Another Ignite's gone down on her. She's underneath the tower though. It looks like she's out home free. Good flash there to get herself out of that one. Mordekaiser's low in lane, but this is probably... Oh no, the Ionian's trying to sneak the altar there, but the Shadow Isles come back down to contest it and are probably going to be able to take it, to be honest, because they've got level advantage quite heavily over this Ionian bottom duo who are still only level 2. There we go, purple team lock the west altar in, and it will lock for a period of time, and then it will unlock. While they have one altar, they get a 3 extra gold per kill. Yep. If they can secure both altars, which should be very easy for someone to run back and secure their side, they get 10% attack power and ability power, which gives them a strong advantage. Akali here running up to the altar, not realising that it's locked and won't be able to take it back. Akali not got any health pots left either. Varus here getting damaged down by the ghouly ghosties of Yorick there, and Akali picking a fight with Yorick here. Oh, and the hook lands. She's in the shroud, trying to back out, and first blood from Mordekaiser comes in with the Ace of Spades, Mace of Spades, whatever the skill's called. I don't actually know Mordekaiser's skills very well, because fuck Mordekaiser. Confuses me as well why Shadow Isles, like when Mordekaiser went back, why he did not pick up that altar for their team. Someone should be here. Looks like Yorick in the middle, slamming his spade about. I don't know if he thinks that's an ult, or I hope he doesn't, because he's wrong. Mordekaiser's still just pushing the top lane, getting himself a healthy CS, but actually when Akali's not that far behind. Varus though, 6 CS to the 27 of Thresh. He's trying to do what poke damage he can, but he's been left alone in this lane, and if he gets hooked I'm pretty sure he'll be a dead man, though he still has flash ready. In fact, we've only got flash on Yorick on the other team, which isn't that scary. Q going down to clear out some minions there. Lee Sin taking the top farm there. And the altar is unlocked in the middle. Akali's nearby, but doesn't decide to go for it. Lee Sin backing in the top lane up there. Now, will Shadow Isles try and defend this? Will Ionia be able to push them out and grab control of that altar? Yorick again going back to the altar, not realising that it's still in their control and it's only once an enemy takes control of it. Oh, Thresh moving in here. Varus is overextended. If he gets caught by a hook, it could be a problem, but Thresh decides not to. Akali hanging back near the tower there. Varus on very low health here. Playing with fire hanging around, and Yorick's just stood on that altar and making sure no one can take it. Mordekaiser's pushing the top lane incessantly. The Shadow Isles champions here putting their stake on their ground. This is their territory and they will not give it up. It's looking good for them early on there. Got themselves just over 1,000 gold lead. Lee Sin's starting to pick up some farm, but this Thresh is well above everyone else's farm. Oh, but the Q comes in from Varus. Very well engaged there by Lee Sin, and Varus picks himself up a kill, which puts him back into contention quite nicely there. Now, Ionia with these 3 champions could look to take this altar back, which would be quite important for them. Lee Sin going in here. Oh, and he picks up a second kill into Yorick, flashes out away from Mordekaiser, who is level 6 now, and not used his ult, but if these two stick around he could do. But he's, again, just pushing lanes. Again, he's... stop saying again. But he's got himself some nice CS here, and him and Thresh pretty well farmed with the Ionians. There's a spread of farm, unlike Yorick, who's support Yorick for the win. Oh, I would not go in on this Varus. Varus is poking down on the Mordekaiser here, but could easily be baited in and turned around. Varus needs to go back and heal himself up, spend some of this gold that he has. How much gold does he have? Let's have a look. He's got himself 1,300 gold, but also someone needs to hold the lane for him. He should be able to hold out until we get Lee Sin back. But they're done. Shadow Isles still not taking the Eastern Altar here for some reason. They prefer not to have the actual bonus of having 2, but let's just assume that they're not used to playing on this map, because of course Summoner's Rift is the better map for everything here. Lee Sin back in the bottom lane, and I realise all I'm doing is watching the bottom lane, so let's watch Yorick finally getting some farm up in the top lane until Mordekaiser comes around and makes sure that he actually gets it. Yorick falling a little bit behind on levels to his counterparts here, 6 and 7, he's only 5, so he hasn't got his ultimate, whereas the other team, Akali, is only 5. And... Ooh. Lost control of the camera, not used to the spectator mode. Oh, the Thresher comes out, but it misses. Well dodged there by Varus. But that's a very large hit there from the BF sword wielding Thresh here. His AD Thresh is going to be a problem. And oh, Ionia have locked in the Western Altar. So they've got themselves the 3 gold advantage, and it looks like Shadow Isles have finally realised that there's another altar that they can claim, and have decided to take it. So there'll be an altar apiece here, meaning they get 3 extra gold a kill. This is on any kind of kill. But neither team will be able to secure 2 for the next... well, this altar should unlock in about a minute's time. Varus here has opted for the Bilgewater Cutlass. And we've got a Spirit of the Spectral Wraith over on Mordekaiser, which isn't bad. They maybe could look to do an early Vilemore when he pops up in 15 minutes, I think, if I recall. Again, this map not my thing. We've got all damage all over the place on every team pretty much. I mean, Yorick's built a little... He's going for the long game with that Tear of the Goddess, but how well stacked is it? He's got a 100 out of 100. 10 minutes in, it's not too bad, not great, not too bad. But the farming just continuing here. Ionia playing a bit scared. The raw power of the Shadow Isles champions and the early advantages that they took were keeping Ionia scared here. But there is 6 on everyone across the board, bar poor little Yorick here, who is halfway and should be able to get there soon once he kills these champs. Lee Sin backing off here, leaving Varus once again defend for himself. I'm sure if Varus gets into a fight with this Thresh, he will be in big trouble. Missing called from the top there, but Mordekaiser has picked up an Oracle's extract there. Oh, and that hook just missing on Akali there. She's trying to keep her presence, and it looks like Shadow Isles are going to try and take control of the West Altar again, but the Ionian champions are nearby and they are full health and they should be ready to fight. Lee Sin's got himself some nice items and some nice farm now. Akali doesn't really have the items, but she is 6 and can assassinate people, though there isn't really a squishy target for her to go for. Oh, Varus here round the back. If he gets caught out, this could be disastrous for Ionia here, but doesn't look like he will be, and the Shadow Isles champions. Oh, the hook's down. Could they choose to engage here? Akali is not with them. They're trying to. Mordekaiser just going man mode into the middle of them all. That's a lot of damage down onto Varus there. He flashes away, and no kills given up there by Ionia. Ult's burned from the side of Shadow Isles, but they secured the altar, and that's what matters now. If you look, oh, a lot of damage there, and he takes the tower hit, but Akali goes down as well. They're now down onto Lee Sin. He's taking a lot of damage. He manages to kick them back, and Varus is just shooting them over the wall, but he doesn't really have the mana for anything. Oh, Thresh flashes in, gets the shield down, but the ignite goes down, burns through the shield. That combined with the minions takes him down. So that's a 2 for 2, but not a 2 for 2, that's a 3 for 2, in fact, in favour of the Shadow Isles there. Yorick, the support Yorick, getting out alive, giving him some time to farm, catch up on levels. Akali's back up alive now. But the Shadow Isles do have control of both the West and the East Altar. This gives them, as you can see on Yorick here, a 10% ability power and 10% attack damage increase, which is rather strong, and probably why Thresh was able to pull off that play there, the extra little bit of damage at these early-ish levels, giving him the punch factor he needed to be able to take out both Lee Sin and Varus there. A little bit of poor link up between the two, but they can be excused. And Mordekaiser here, sneaking his way through the middle of the map, looking for a pick-off it seems. And he's going to see Lee Sin start on the wolves here, and he's going for it, yep, immediately, straight out and in. Mordekaiser being the Mordekaiser knob end he can be. Looking at the farm now, Thresh still doing very well, getting miles ahead, 30 clear of the nearest person on Ionia and his own team. But Lee Sin and Mordekaiser have their own bits of farm too. Oh, Akali there, looking to sneak the altar, and she will probably get it. Nope, the contest there, and Thresh is in. They don't have the Oracle's extract, but he's gotten away. There is a flash on Yorick, but he chooses not to. The ghost onto Thresh as well, and they can retain control of it. Oh, and they've caught out Varus in the top lane as well. He's been ghosted by Mordekaiser, which is bad news for this tower up top. He has completed his Blade of the Ruined King as well. This tower is going to be the first casualty of this game, it seems, structure-wise. Because of course it's fucked 4 in kills, and Shadow Isles are currently up a kill, and up 3,000 gold now. That extra 3 gold per kill on everything is really making it pay, and with Thresh, with their team farming significantly better than the other team on average, it is proving to be in their favour. And Akali going in there, not getting much damage done, taking a lot in return. Varus going out, he ults onto the Thresh, but the Thresh is in, and Akali caught out there and killed. Oh, Lee Sin dives in, gets the kill onto Thresh there, and continues the fight. Varus out in the open, low health. Oh, the kick comes in, but no response. Varus gets out alive. Lee Sin takes down Mordekaiser as well, and is on the chase for the Yorick, who flashes over the wall. Finally uses his flash, but he should be able to secure this side altar now for him, or is he going to chase down for the kill? Looks like he's going to chase down for the kill. He needs to take that altar. That 10% ability power and attack damage is really paying off for Shadow Isles and giving them a huge lead. Barmore has spawned now in this area of the map, so apparently that spawns earlier than 15 minutes. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, Lee Sin going for the enemy side altar here, and Thresh coming in with the hook but not able to get it, and that altar will now lock for 90 seconds, giving them the advantage. Throws the Q back onto Thresh, who's still in chase, and they could get control of both altars now. Akali throwing down the shield, not realising that you are always revealed, no matter what situation you are in on these altars. True Sight is given to everyone, so you can always see who is on them. This includes Evelynn and Twitch stealths, as well as Akali stealths, and Teemo stealths, and all kinds of stealth, and everything. Varus moving down to the bottom here. Thresh going to be our first person to hit 100 farm. He's got himself the Sanguine Blade, the equivalent of the Bloodthirster on this map, which works not instead of permanent stacks up a lot fewer times, but whilst in combat, and is on a effect. It stacks up. Can't think of the words, damn it. Got a Mana Mune finished here on Yorick as well, and we've got Ravenous Hydra on Lee Sin, which is a very powerful item and will help him do a fair bit of damage to this team as they stack up and go in all melee. But these ghosts are going to cause a problem. Ooh, the hook coming out there from Thresh, not landing on Lee Sin. Throws the Q back, it doesn't land either. Akali back at base here, and she finally got her Hextech Revolver finished. Probably going for a Gunblade at some point. Mordekaiser running out into the lane. Q thrown out from Lee Sin, misses there. And again, it is the Shadow Isles spending a lot more time on the enemy side of the map than it is Ionia. Ionia are going to have to look to farm themselves up, get themselves a bit of damage, choose their fights wisely. They need to retain control of at least one altar as well. And time comes, and Lee Sin going in there. Ult comes out from Varus. Lee Sin taken very low. The Mord boost is down on him, and he is gonna go down. Varus taking damage as well now. We've got two ghosts out. We've got a Thresh ghost from Yorick, and we've got the Mordekaiser Lee Sin ghost, and Ionia has no option but to retreat. Oh, Mordekaiser flashing in there on top of Varus. Picks up the kill. Akali going back in, getting caught by the Thresh hook, and that's her. Mordekaiser triple kill, in fact, which is the equivalent of a penta, but also nowhere near. So that's a good job from them. They picked up that turret on the bottom lane, the outer turret on the bottom lane as well. Also, of course, there's one less turret within each of the lanes, the map being much smaller here. Respawn time is pretty short. Lee Sin already back up, but not making a move. The inhibitor going down here for Ionia, and this should be the first of the game here. We've still got control of both altars, but that didn't help them enough in the last fight. And will Shadow Isles back off here, or will they just go for the fight? The Thresh hook landing on Varus again. He flashes out, but he's already taken so low. Lee Sin not moving there on the altar. Bit of a shame there, but Thresh looking like he wants to continue, but Mordekaiser and Yorick backing out there, and Varus doing his best to hold off here. Yeah, the Akali and Varus holding off the best they can. Shadow Isles backing off to spend their gold, and they should have quite a bit of gold. Yeah, we've got 1800 gold here on Thresh, who's the most farmed person in the game, and 4 kills onto Mordekaiser. He's got 600 gold in his pocket. He's got a Will of the Ancients, which will be helping out a little bit. Blade the Ring King also finished on Thresh here, so he's got an extra little bit of CC if he didn't have enough. Picked himself an Ichor of Rage, the Elixir of Agility equivalent in this map mode. I think it lasts less time? No, it gives less. It's basically not as good. It's less effective, as is most things in this map. Lee Sin still AFK on the fountain because that's cool and that's fun. But there's looking dire here. There is a... Ooh, is it? I can't do math. Just over a 4k gold lead for the Shadow Isles here. They've just taken control of both of the altars, and it looks like they're going to push in for the victory here. The top lane being defended by Varus, but if any of the Shadow Isles champions turn up there, he's going to be in dire trouble. Using his abilities to clear out the minions quickly, but here comes Thresh sneaking up the side, using these weird old map paths. And Thresh just going to clear out these minions with his extreme attack damage. His flay hits are going to be hitting pretty damn hard now. But that goes the last, well, not the last tower, but the inhibitor tower there for them. Slows down onto Varus as he tries to defend Akali, trying to defend the super minions down the bottom. Varus trying to hold off the enemy champions, but he's just not able to do it. And they're just firing down onto the enemy's Nexus turret there, and Akali trying to fight, gets everything put down on top of him. Varus tries to help out, but he can't. Lee Sin still stood AFK because, you know, Lee Sin does what he likes. And yeah, Mordekaiser taking damage from the turret but not able to do it. Thresh Ghost dying there, and Yorick and Thresh will be able to finish off this map by taking down the Nexus. Shadow Isles defend their home territory here in the 3v3 map on the Twisted Tree Line. Ionia go down in their very first match. Maybe they'll have better luck on Summoner's Rift in the future. Thanks for watching.